Okay, so I saw this look on YouTube and I wanted to recreate it with Younique. It was called Violet Glam. So I am using the mineral powder right now in Flirty. I wet my brush to make the color pop more, and I'm putting it on the outer edges of my lid and in the crease. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And you're going to want to use several different brushes for this look because with the color being wet, it's going to really stick on the brushes. So if you try and mix the colors, it's going to make a mess. So for the best results, you're going to want to use separate brushes. And again, I'm doing the same thing on the other side. And what I'm doing is I'm putting it on the outer edges of my lid, leaving the middle of my lid with no color, putting the color in the crease, and then I'm going to kind of bring it up above the crease a little bit as well. And that's with my medium color that is Flirty. It's like a light purple, and that's the Younique mineral powder, and I'm putting it on with a wet brush just to get a more vibrant, bright effect. You can put them on wet or dry. If you use them with a wet brush, they go on much brighter than they do if they're dry. Okay, and now I am taking a darker purple. It's called Regal. This one's more of a matte purple, and see how that really gives it a bright pop with the wet color. And I'm just putting that in my whole crease all the way across. And you're going to want to just really take it in for each side, all the way from each side, and then you're going to want to put it in where you want it and then let it dry. See, I'm just kind of air drying it a little, and then blend once it's dry. And then you're going to want to just kind of keep layering it on and blending until you get the desired look, because if you just kind of like put a bunch on, it's not really going to look this intense. So you're going to want to, this is something you're going to want to do when you have a little more time. So I'm just layering it on again, let it dry, blend. You're just going to keep repeating that until you get the look that you want. And I'm using my crease brush to blend. I really like it for blending. Just kind of cleaning up a little bit at the top. Okay, in the middle I am putting Curious mineral powder. It's like a white color. And then I'm actually going to put Romantic from palette 2 over that. That's like a silvery, almost like a light silvery tan color, I guess. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's kind of like a whitish silver. And then the Curious is just like a iridescent white. And you're putting that in the middle of your lids, and you're kind of giving, and right here I'm just bringing the lighter purple in more, in above the crease more. And by doing this, you're kind of giving your lids like this, like a highlighted look where it's like a 3D effect almost, where you're getting like the crease is like the dark contoured part, and then the lids is the light highlighted part, and then you have the color, the lighter color kind of gradually bringing that in, bringing the colors together, and it's giving your eyes like a really intense, almost like a 3D effect. And I'm just taking the Flirty, the light purple, underneath my lids, underneath my lower lashes as like a liner, and I'm taking those on the outer corners, and in the middle I'm putting the Curious, just again to give it that similar effect as I have on the top with like the 3D effect where it's light in the middle and then darker on the sides. That gives you almost like this 3D look. It kind of makes it pop. And then I'm just putting the Curious at the top to highlight lightly. I don't like to have like an intense highlight, so I just put it up there lightly, and that one I did dry without the wet brush. And I'm just adding in a little bit of color where I feel like I need to make adjustments. And then I'm just taking this big fluffy brush once I have everything where I want it, and just kind of patting it over everything just to kind of soften it. And there's the finished look. Then I just go in and do some black liner, and I actually already did my mascara before I started with the color because I didn't want to mess it up with the mascara afterwards. And actually, after I watched this, I realized I don't think I liked how it looked with so much black liner on the top. So I think if I did this again, I would probably use a little bit less liner on the top just because it kind of takes away from the overall look. Although I do like to have a dark black line on myself personally. So it depends on like what you like and how you want to do that. And I just put it on the inner waterline, my lower lids. This is Savvy Lip Stain. It's a dark purple, but if you put it on really lightly, just one coat, you can kind of make it lighter. So you can kind of customize how that comes out. These dry, it takes about 30 seconds to dry, and then it stays on for a really long time. You can eat, drink, do whatever, and the color stays on until you take it off. And then I just put Lovable lip gloss over it. It's like a bubblegum pink, just to kind of soften it and tie the whole look together. And then I just took Curious again and put it in the outer corners. What do you think?